Okay, pre-calculus, here is the beginning of section 3.3 on quadratic functions. I'm going to start talking about polynomials and then we'll get into quadratics whose graph is a parabola. A polynomial, we will be talking about these all through chapter 4. Function in x, that means x is the independent variable with degree n, looks like this. Look at this craziness right here. That's pretty intimidating. But look, x is a variable that's raised to an exponent. X is raised to 1 less exponent. X is raised to 2 less exponents. And it's got constants. So I'm talking about things that look like this. F of x equals 7x to the 4th minus 3x to the 3rd plus 2x minus 5. That's a polynomial. Okay? The 7 is like the a sub n, it's the constant. The 4 is the biggest exponent I have. And then that went minus 1 because I go minus 1 and I get 3. And minus 2, there would be an x squared. And so on. If n is a non-negative integer, and a sub 0 through a sub n are real numbers, we go like this. F of x, if it's just a sub 0 and there isn't an x there, it's a constant function. What do I mean by a constant function? F of x equals 12. If f of x is equal to two things, a sub 1, x sub 1 plus a sub 0, the biggest exponent I have is 1, is a linear function. And for example, that might look like this, 2x minus 5. Okay, and for the last one, f of x equals a sub 2 x to the 2 plus a sub 1 x to the 1 plus a sub 0. There you go. I'll give you a second to write that down. My hand was in the way. A sub 2 x to the 2 plus a sub 1 x plus a sub 0 is a quadratic function. And quadratic functions have x squareds as the largest x term. Okay? Quadratic functions have a few important characteristics. The graph is called a parabola. The vertical line of symmetry is called an axis. And the intersection of the axis and the parabola, what does that mean? Well, there's a parabola. It's got a line of symmetry. That's an axis. The intersection of the axis and the parabola right there is called a vertex. Name the axis and the vertex for the following quadratic. Okay, so how do I figure out that from this graph? Well, think about it. You learned this last chapter. That means go 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. That means go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm at the point 3, negative 5. And then I draw my parabola from there. Now it's you go over 1, you go up 2, you go over 2, you go up 8, right? So that's what the parabola looks like. But the important thing I got out of this was that the vertex is 3, negative 5. Just look at the equation. When it's in this form, you go right 3, you go down 5. It's 3, negative 5. The axis of symmetry's got to go right through this vertex here. And so it's just the x value, x equals 3 as a vertical line. All right, next page.